Section: Introduction. In this section, we discuss the rapid advancements in large language models, LLMs, and their potential applications in scientific tasks, such as solving complex math problems, aiding in proofwriting, retrieving relevant literature, generating code, and identifying patterns in extensive text collections. While these applications can enhance researchers' productivity, we question whether LLMs can handle the more creative aspects of research. Our focus is on assessing the ideation capabilities of LLMs and determining if they can generate novel ideas comparable to those of expert humans. Ideation is a crucial first step in the research process and serves as a test for the feasibility of autonomous research agents. Evaluating the capabilities of LLMs in this area is challenging due to the difficulty of recruiting qualified expert researchers, the subjective nature of evaluation criteria, and the complexity of judging the quality of ideas. We tackle these challenges by conducting a large-scale expert evaluation, which is essential for high-stakes tasks like research ideation. We designed a controlled comparison between human and LLM-generated ideas, recruiting over 100 qualified NLP researchers to provide baseline human ideas and conduct blind reviews. To minimize confounding variables, we standardized the styles of ideas and matched their topic distributions. We compared our human expert baseline with a straightforward LLM agent that uses retrieval augmentation and recent techniques in inference time scaling, such as generating multiple outputs and re-ranking them. This approach allows us to make statistically sound comparisons between human experts and advanced LLMs. Our evaluation-centric method contrasts with many recent studies that rely on quicker, less comprehensive evaluations, often using fewer expert reviewers or limiting the detail of ideas. Instead, we conducted a year-long, thorough evaluation that establishes human expert baselines and a standardized protocol for future research. Through nearly 300 reviews, we found that AI-generated ideas were rated as more novel than those from human experts, with this finding holding true across various statistical tests. We observed some indications that these gains in novelty might be linked to excitement and overall scores, though our study size limited our ability to confirm these effects definitively. Qualitative feedback from reviewers supported our findings on novelty and feasibility. Additionally, we analyzed the LLM agent itself, identifying limitations and ongoing challenges. Despite the enthusiasm surrounding inference time scaling, we found that LLMs lack diversity in ideas when generating at scale and were not reliable evaluators. In our central experiment, we compare human-generated and LLM-generated ideas. We recognize that there is no established consensus on how to approach research ideation and evaluation, so we define the key components of our experimental design. We view research idea evaluation as comprising three parts: the idea itself, the write-up that conveys the idea, and the expert evaluation of that write-up. We detail our experimental design while considering potential confounding factors, such as research area, idea format, and evaluation methods. Research ideas can vary widely, from simple performance improvements to comprehensive research programs. We must balance the realism and interest of ideas with the practicalities of gathering input from a large group. Our ideation experiments are designed to ensure that the ideas generated can be executed by experts in follow-up studies. We chose prompting-based NLP research as our focus, as it has gained traction in recent years and represents a good balance among our constraints. To avoid biases in idea selection, we defined 7 specific research topics based on recent NLP conference calls for papers, including bias, coding, safety, multilinguality, factuality, math, and uncertainty. Each participant, whether human or LLM, received the same instructions, topic descriptions, and examples to ensure a fair comparison. Human participants could choose their preferred topic, and we generated corresponding LLM ideas to match the topic distribution, allowing experts to select topics aligned with their expertise. Section Summary. In this section, we explore the research ideation capabilities of large language models, LLMs, compared to expert human researchers, focusing on whether LLMs can generate novel ideas. We design a rigorous evaluation involving over 100 qualified NLP researchers to compare human and LLM-generated ideas across standardized topics, ultimately finding that AI-generated ideas are judged as more novel than those from human experts, despite some limitations in idea diversity and feasibility. Section: Idea Write-Up. In this section, we discuss the importance of writing up ideas for evaluation, acknowledging that this process can introduce various biases. We recognize that human researchers might write in ways that suggest higher quality, such as by providing more examples and details. To address this, we aim for both human and LLM participants to include all necessary implementation details in their proposals. We draw inspiration from grant submission guidelines and create a structured template that outlines the required components, including the title, problem statement, motivation, proposed method, a step-by-step experiment plan, test case examples, and a fallback plan. Both LLM agents and human writers are instructed to follow this template and our demonstration examples to produce their project proposals. Despite using templates, we understand that writing styles can still influence evaluations. To minimize this, we developed a style normalization module that standardizes the writing and formatting of all ideas while preserving their original content. Our small-scale study indicates that this normalization leads to a 50% accuracy rate for expert judges distinguishing between AI-generated and human-generated ideas. We also ensure that the content of human proposals remains intact by having the first author manually verify each one. When it comes to reviewing research ideas, we recognize the subjective nature of this process. Therefore, we design a review form that clearly defines criteria to standardize evaluations. We adopt best practices from AI conference reviews and establish 4 key metrics: novelty, excitement, feasibility, and expected effectiveness, along with an overall score. Reviewers provide numerical scores on a scale from 1 to 10, accompanied by a rationale. We offer clear definitions for each score to align reviewers' standards. Our blind review evaluation compares 3 conditions: human ideas from expert researchers, AI ideas generated by our LLM agent, and AI ideas that are manually re-ranked by the first author to better assess the quality of AI-generated ideas. Next, we describe our LLM ideation agent, which we designed to compare with human experts. We focus on a minimalist approach to understand the current capabilities of LLMs in generating ideas. Our agent consists of 3 main components: paper retrieval, idea generation, and idea ranking. For paper retrieval, we utilize Retrieval Augmented Generation, RAG, to ground the idea generation process. This allows the agent to access relevant research when generating new ideas. We prompt the LLM to generate function calls to the Semantic Scholar API based on a given research topic. Our agent uses a specific model but can be adapted to others. The retrieval actions include searching by keywords, querying specific papers, and getting references. We keep the top 20 papers from each call and stop once we have retrieved a maximum of 120 papers. The LLM then scores and ranks these papers based on their relevance, empirical nature, and potential to inspire new projects, using a scale from 1 to 10. We use the highest ranked papers for the next stage of idea generation. Section Summary. In this section, we outline our approach to evaluating research ideas by implementing a structured template for proposal writing and a standardized review form that captures key metrics like novelty and feasibility. We also describe our LLM ideation agent, which utilizes Retrieval Augmented Generation to ground its idea generation in relevant literature, ensuring a robust comparison with human-generated ideas. Section: Idea Generation. In this section, we focus on idea generation and our approach to it. Our main insight is to create as many potential ideas as possible. We believe that only a small number of these ideas will be of high quality, so we are willing to invest computational resources to generate more options. This allows us to later use a re-ranker to find the best ideas among them. Our method aligns with previous findings that suggest increasing computational effort through repeated sampling can enhance the performance of large language models, LLMs, in coding and reasoning tasks. Specifically, we prompt the LLM to produce 4,000 initial ideas for each research topic. The prompt includes demonstration examples and relevant papers. We create 6 demonstration examples by summarizing selected papers into our desired format. For additional context, we randomly choose 10 papers from the top-ranked ones and add their titles and abstracts to the prompt. We also include the titles of all previously generated ideas to prevent repetition. To eliminate duplicate ideas from our large pool, we first encode all the initial ideas and calculate their pairwise similarities. We set a similarity threshold of 0.8 based on our manual checks, which leaves us with about 5% unique ideas from the total generated. We will discuss the duplication issue further in a later section. Next, we rank the remaining ideas to identify the best ones. To create an automatic ranking system, we use public review data as a reference. We collected 1,200 submissions related to LLMs from ICLR 2024, along with their review scores and acceptance outcomes. We found that LLMs struggle to predict final scores directly but perform better in pairwise comparisons. We converted the ICLR submissions into our standard project proposal format, pairing accepted and rejected papers to ask LLMs which one they think is accepted. The CLAUDE 3.5 Sonnet model achieved a 71.4% accuracy in this task, outperforming other models. We decided to use this zero-shot ranker. To ensure reliable scores for all project proposals, we implemented a Swiss system tournament where proposals are paired based on similar scores. If a proposal is judged better, it earns a point. We repeat this for 5 rounds, giving each proposal a total score between 0 and 5. As a validation step, we used the CLAUDE 3.5 Sonnet ranker to assess the 1,200 ICLR submissions and found a clear distinction between the top and bottom ranked papers, confirming the effectiveness of our ranking method. We selected 5 rounds for our experiments as it yielded the best results. The top-ranked proposals will be used for the AI ideas condition in our human study. Since our AI ranker is not perfect, we also included a condition where the first author manually re-ranked the proposals, which we call the AI ideas plus human re-rank condition. We found that 17 out of 49 ideas in this condition overlapped with the AI ideas condition, while 32 were different, highlighting the differences between the LLM ranker and human expert evaluations. We then shift our focus to the human aspect of idea generation. We detail our human study, including how we recruited experts, the tasks they performed, and the review process. For expert recruitment, we reached out through various channels, including the Open NLP Slack channel, Twitter, and direct communication with NLP groups. We also conducted in-person recruitment at the NAACL 2024 conference and other local NLP events. Our study received approval from the Stanford IRB. We screened participants based on their Google Scholar profiles, requiring at least 1 publication in a major AI venue. Ultimately, we recruited 49 experts for idea writing and 79 for reviewing, with 24 reviewers also participating in writing. This gave us a total of 104 participants. Each writer was tasked with creating 1 idea within 10 days, compensated with 300, plus a 1,000 bonus for the top 5 ideas. Reviewers were assigned 2 to 7 ideas each, resulting in 298 unique reviews, with a 25 compensation for each review completed. Section Summary. In this section, we describe our approach to idea generation and ranking, where we generate a large pool of candidate ideas, 4,000 per topic, and then deduplicate them to retain about 5% unique ideas. We utilize a pairwise comparison method with LLMs to rank these ideas based on public review data, achieving a reliable ranking system that we validate against expert reviews, while also incorporating human re-ranking to address discrepancies. Section: Expert Qualifications. In this section, we describe the qualifications of our participants and the process we used for idea writing and reviewing. Our group of 49 idea writers comes from 26 different institutions, with most being current PhD students. We also have 79 reviewers from 32 institutions, primarily PhD students and postdocs. We gathered data from their Google Scholar profiles, noting that our idea writers average 12 papers and 477 citations, while each reviewer has published at least 2 papers, averaging 635 citations and an H-index of 7. Additionally, 72 out of 79 reviewers have experience reviewing for major AI conferences or journals, highlighting their strong research backgrounds. For idea writing, our writers reported a moderate familiarity with their topics, scoring 3.7 out of 5, and found the task moderately difficult, scoring 3 out of 5. They dedicated an average of 5.5 hours to their ideas, which averaged 902 words in length, indicating significant effort. In the review assignment, we allowed reviewers to choose their top 2 topics and preferred workload, assigning them to ideas while ensuring anonymity. We balanced the number of ideas from each condition and made sure each reviewer received at least 1 human and 1 AI idea. Each idea was reviewed by 2 to 4 different reviewers, and we avoided assigning ideas from the same institution to prevent bias. On average, each reviewer completed 3.8 reviews across various conditions and topics. To assess review quality, we found that reviewers felt a familiarity of 3.7 out of 5 with their topics and had the same confidence level in their reviews. They spent about 32 minutes on each review, which averaged 232 words. We compared our reviews to those from ICLR, finding similar lengths, and noted that 80 out of 298 unique reviews included links to existing papers to support their critiques, further confirming the quality of our review data. Our main finding is that AI-generated ideas are rated as more novel than those from human experts. Across 3 statistical tests, we consistently observed that AI ideas received higher novelty scores while being comparable in other areas. In our first test, we treated each review as an independent data point and compared human ideas to AI ideas and AI ideas with human re-ranking. The results showed that both AI conditions significantly outperformed human ideas in novelty and excitement scores, with no significant differences in other metrics. Section Summary. In this section, we highlight that our participants, consisting of 49 idea writers and 79 reviewers from diverse institutions, possess substantial research experience, with metrics indicating high qualifications. Our main finding reveals that AI-generated ideas are rated as more novel than human ideas, while being comparable in other aspects, based on rigorous statistical analysis. Section. Test 2. Treating each idea as an independent data point. In this section, we examine how we treat each idea as an independent data point. Since we gather multiple reviews for each idea, we recognize that treating each review separately might not be appropriate. To address this, we conduct Test 2, where we average the scores for each idea, considering each idea as a single data point. This results in a sample size of 49, which is the number of ideas we have. We use human ideas as our baseline and compare them to AI ideas and AI ideas combined with human re-rank using two-tailed Welch's t-tests with Bonferroni correction. Our findings, as shown in the table, reveal significant results, indicating that both AI ideas and AI ideas plus human re-rank have higher novelty scores compared to human ideas. Next, we perform Test 3 to account for potential biases from different reviewers, as some may be more lenient than others. Here, we treat each reviewer as a data point and calculate their average scores for each condition. We then analyze the mean score differences between AI ideas and human ideas, as well as between AI ideas plus human re-rank and human ideas. If these differences are significantly greater than 0 in a one-sample t-test, it suggests that reviewers rate one condition higher than the other. Our results again show significant findings, confirming that AI ideas are perceived as more novel than human ideas across all 3 tests. We also delve into the quality of human ideas, reviewer preferences, and reviewer agreement. First, we explore whether human experts are presenting their best ideas. In a post-study survey, we found that most participants generated their ideas on the spot, with an average ranking of their ideas in the top 43% of their past work. This suggests that the ideas we collected are likely of median quality, given the time constraints. To understand the review process better, we analyze whether reviewers prioritize certain aspects when evaluating ideas. Our correlation analysis shows that overall scores are closely linked to novelty and excitement scores, while there is little correlation with feasibility. This indicates that reviewers may focus more on novelty and excitement during their evaluations. Lastly, we acknowledge the inherent subjectivity in reviewing ideas, especially when they are not tied to completed research. We assess this by measuring inter-reviewer agreement. By splitting reviewers and comparing their rankings, we find a relatively low agreement rate of 56.1%, despite providing detailed metric explanations. For context, previous studies have shown higher agreement rates in conference settings. While our agreement is better than random chance, it is lower than typical conference reviews, likely due to the increased subjectivity involved in evaluating ideas without experimental results.